We are in Jordan. It's our 2-bedroom flat. Here is my amazing husband. We have a kitchen here. We arrived yesterday, and because it was super dark outside, we couldn't really show you around, and Matters didn't feel great yesterday as well. So
I feel excellent today.
yeah, but today it's an amazing weather, and we are really ready to explore the city.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We woke up this morning at 4 o'clock to get a private transport to Petra. Basically, we decided to take a taxi because we don't know how to get from Aqaba to Petra by bus. It might be a little bit complicated because apparently Friday, which is today, is a weekend here because they are off Friday and Saturday in Jordan. And they work on starting from Sunday to Thursday. So there might be some transport disruptions today. This is one thing. Then another thing why we arrived so early today is now it's 7:30. It takes 2 hours to get here from Aqaba, and we wanted to avoid all the crowds. Petra is one of the 7 wonders of the world and is definitely #1 attraction for tourists in Jordan. The treasury is probably the most recognizable spot in Petra. It's almost 40 meters high and intricately decorated with friezes, figures and more. We just climbed up over there to that rock to see the view of the Petra from the above. It looked impressive. The price to get there with a guide from 5 to 10 pounds. So if you know how to bargain, you can get the best price. The purpose of the treasury is unclear, whether it was a temple or a place to store documents, but the most recent excavation here has unearthed a graveyard beneath the treasury. You can see behind me people actually live in these carved houses in the rock, and there is a solar panel on top over there, so it's quite modern. You can survive winter, it's not that cold during the winter months. So yeah, and then they in the daytime they set up some vans, caravans there, sell souvenirs. Very convenient, yeah. 5 minutes and you are already at work. The ancient city was a busy trading center for the sellers from Arabia, Egypt, China and other countries. Petra is carved into the rock and surrounded by mountains. It was inhabited by the local people called Nabateans in the 4th century before Christ, but a few centuries later, the city was significantly damaged by a series of earthquakes. And with the time, people forgot about this once prosperous and wealthy city. Hola, hola, Pepsi Cola? There are kids, there are cars, modern cars around, mixed together with Bedouin lifestyle. And the colors of their houses, the way they are carved in the rock, it is fascinating, guys. After a little walk around, I believe I will stay in this cave, make a nice 1-bedroom flat out of it, put my blanket on the entrance, and here you go, free accommodation. I think crisis is coming, so it's a perfect solution for us. What do you think?
Excellent idea. If you look around, that's how the view looks right behind us. I think that's good enough for us. Sun is shining, wife is happy, and the house is big.
The lost city was discovered in the 19th century by the Swiss explorer, and in 1985, Petra was designated a World Heritage. This new status encouraged the Jordanian government to start relocating local Bedouins to the flats in a nearby village, and out of 150 families living in the rock, as for now, only 45 remained loyal to the lifestyle of their predecessors.
We are on the last trail and it took us about 5 hours to see most of the things around. Obviously we didn't go every single route, but as they recommend you to stay 3-4 days here, we managed to see most of the famous parts within 4 or 5 hours, so make a decision yourself.
We were lucky to get invited to one of the caves where Bedouins live and share their fascinating stories with the visitors. Can you imagine, the boy on the left has lived all his life in a cave and never went to school, but he likes TikTok and one of his videos went viral and earned more than 1 million views. Another guy rents his cave out on Airbnb while he's living in France with his 2 wives. They all say that for me to get a cave in Petra, it is mandatory to be married to a local Bedouin. But since I am married, I can still admire these rocky masterpieces and people who made them. And now we are on the way to the second biggest location, Wadi Rum Desert. It's also called the Mars on the Earth due to its red rock wilderness that we are about to explore. Over 20,000 inscriptions have been documented inside Wadi Rum, tracing human existence back some 12,000 years in this sport. Some Bedouins keep living here like their ancestors did, but of course, for many of them, it is just a good business.
We're just in the ark in Wadi Rum. Took us a little while to get here in the back of the jeep. All mouth full with the sand, all eyes full with the sand, but it's definitely worth the experience.
We both agreed it's one of the highlights here in Jordan because this tour is just wow. It's really worth taking the jeep tour in the desert. Desert is huge and it's stunning around. I'm a little bit scared to go down. But I guess I have no other options. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I believe I will never forget this day. These bumpy roads, the sunset behind us is just fantastic. The rocks, sand, everything looks like from the movie. My husband looks like Indiana Jones. I feel like Laura Croft, perfect couple. And we will stay overnight to experience even deeper this desert lifestyle. So I'm very excited and I believe this is gonna be highlight of Jordan and of all my travels I've ever had. My friends, we arrived to our camp. We just seen the sunset and this is where we're staying tonight. This is our little bungalow, but I would say it's a proper room because there is an aircon. I will show you around the inside of our camping. We have a nice room with a view. Ta-da! So this is how we're gonna meet the sunrise tomorrow. What can be better? Panoramic window. We have a shower there. Aircon. So it's not gonna be cold, hopefully. So that's how our shower looks like. Well, what else do you need? Oh, shower, toilet, everything is there. Very warm and cozy. At night, our host made a beautiful dinner. Meat and vegetables were cooked in a deep sand pit with the coals at the bottom, and it all was covered with a lid and a thick carpet on top. It takes about 2.5 hours to cook, but the result is a pure delight. The rest of the days, we explored the city as much as we could. We went hiking in the mountains.
So this is how brave his wife. She doesn't need help.
We sneaked into a private hotel beach. That is super funny. They just brought the towels for us. We found the clothes market that looked like a dump. We came to a Jordanian bazaar. This is actually where I take my clothes from. Kidding. We slept till the afternoon. As always, we are perfectly on time. We just had breakfast, got ready, and it's 1 o'clock in the daytime. We went on a boat trip. We go to the rooftop restaurant to watch the sunset.
We just came to the viewpoint in a Hilton hotel, which is level 7. It does look kind of nice around. There is a restaurant, there is hookah place. And yeah, so you can come and spend your evening up here if you are bored.
We cooked lots of homemade food. How amazing to have a chef at home. We also chilled on a sandy beach sometimes. The only thing that the beach doesn't look very, very tidy. There are lots of cigarette ends. But maybe it's okay, yeah? We went to the Isla Resort. We finally arrived to our destination. It looks lovely. There are restaurants, music, yachts, sea, everything you need. We rented the bikes.
I had a mission to go all the way to the Israeli border, but unfortunately my mission wasn't cleared because, as you can see far away, there is a gate and there is a border, and we're not allowed to cycle there, unfortunately.
We tried local shops. And we had thousands of steps and laughs every day. We are the best guests. Look how clean everything. We turn off the lights. Look, everything is perfect. Martin's cleaned the kitchen. It has never been so clean as it is now. It's just shining. Look. I think you need to offer us a free stay. Look how beautiful we are.
You're welcome. I cleaned everything.
We're at the airport. Finally, we passed through all the passport controls and ready to hit the road and fly to London. What are your impressions about our trip?
Impressions was amazing. It was something that will last a lifetime in memories, especially Wadi Rum. The experience, and Petra obviously is just a highlight itself. Obviously, I would recommend anybody to come and see it, maybe just for a shorter time than we did, because 11 days was a little bit too much. But week is enough to see the Dead Sea. Petra, Wadi Rum is more than enough time to go around and enjoy it yourselves, and make sure come with the good weather, and when the good weather is out, and just have fun.
For me, definitely the amazing part is how people live in the caves and how they deal with all these restrictions around their culture, because people are nice here, they're very friendly. It's interesting how different they are from the Europeans, but in a good way. So I would definitely recommend coming here to Jordan to experience it yourself and have fun.